Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
NKELY News brought to you by Sahara Motors. Time to get back to the grind after one more trail on the Kawasaki KLX 300R. Check one out tomorrow at Sahara Motors because they're taking the day off too, like a lot of people are today. It is a federal holiday. Banks closed, governmental offices closed, the landfill closed, and no mail delivery. But they will be delivered a lot of warm temperatures today. 87 the high before clouds and dry thunderstorms possibly rolling in tomorrow. Thousands of Verizon customers across the country without service Saturday after a major outage left phones stuck in SOS mode. The website Down Detector logged more than 23,000 reports of problems. Most customers unable to make calls or send texts. Many turned to social media, blasting the company for what they called poor communication. By Saturday night, about 7,000 people still affected. Verizon later posted service beginning to be restored and said engineers working to fully resolve the disruption. Northern Nevada is experiencing one of the nation's newest earthquake swarms. The U.S. Geological Survey reported more than a dozen quakes of magnitude 2.5 or greater over a 24-hour period, the strongest of magnitude 4.7 Saturday near Valmy. Shaking felt in Elko, Winnemucca, even as far north as Boise. No damage reported. Another half dozen aftershocks overnight, a 2.8 aftershock just an hour ago. Experts note Nevada ranks third in the nation for earthquake activity behind only California and Alaska, major quakes striking about once a decade. We may be due. Ely City Council voted Thursday to grant BKA Investment $63,000 in redevelopment grants for 5 properties on High Street and Ely Streets from the city's redevelopment fund. The city also voted to seek $1.1 million from the Governor's Office of Economic Development for the wastewater treatment plant upgrade project and the East 15th Street waterline project, and voted to issue a loan to Oji-san Garage LLC, $95,000, 3% interest for a 7-year term to bring a new tire and lube shop to 2050 Altman. With what the council termed as regret, they voted to move forward with steps to enforce the closure of the White Pine Mobile Park and to remove anyone who hasn't moved from the park. Attorney Chris Arabia acknowledged it was a last-ditch move as Mark Motar, the owner, has not been cooperative in evictions of those still there. White Pine County Sheriff's Office blotter reports for Thursday and Friday included information on deputies responding to several vehicle accidents, including collisions in a school parking lots at local businesses and 2 rollovers on state highways, one involving an elk. A child abuse case referred to state services, and a juvenile caught riding an off-highway motorcycle in town turned over to parents. On Friday, deputies investigated the natural death of Christina Sweden of Lund. Other calls included welfare checks, a lost wallet, a burglary report found to be unfounded, and deer on roadways and a fire in a restricted area referred to the Park Service. Nevada more than a week under a massive ransomware attack that has crippled state government services. The cyber strike, first detected August 24th, a week ago yesterday, forced the shutdown of DMV branches, agency websites, and phone lines, leaving residents unable to access many essential services. Federal agencies, including the FBI and CISA, are helping investigate what experts say may be the first of a cyber attack to effectively disable nearly an entire U.S. state government. Officials confirm some data was stolen. The scope isn't yet clear. Cybersecurity experts warn lawsuits are almost certain to follow. Some answers available at the 211 telephone hotline or online at nevada211.org. Authorities investigating a death at the Burning Man Festival in northern Nevada. The Pershing County Sheriff's Office says a man found lying in a pool of blood Saturday night as the festival's signature man structure was beginning to burn. Deputies and federal rangers responded and discovered the man dead at the scene. The Washoe County Forensic Science Division called in to collect evidence. Investigators have been interviewing witnesses. Man's identity has not been released. The case remains under investigation. And still looking for Kenny, the railroad cat, Kenny Cat. He's still out on an unscheduled adventure. Orange with white paws, a black color. And if you find Kenny, there is a $250 reward. Call 775-289-2085 if you spot Kenny. In sports, the Bobcats football team back from their trip to Spanish Fork, Utah. Virtually the same result as last week. The Cats remain winless and scoreless on the season, taking a 46-0 loss from the American Leadership Academy Eagles in a Friday night contest. Bobcats soccer team fell to Moapa Valley Saturday 6-0, while the Ladycats soccer team shut out Yerington 2-0. Ladycat golf team finished first at their first tournament of the year at Spring Creek. Sophomore Isabella Callender finished second. Grace Otto of Wells finishing first, 3 strokes ahead of Callender. And the 5th largest Powerball jackpot ever tonight, no winner on Saturday. That means the winner tonight would receive $1.1 billion over 30 years, or $489.4 million before taxes on an immediate payout. Take out taxes, probably around $250 million. Still a nice chunk of change to drive to Idaho to buy tickets, but your odds are long. At 8:21 for Sahara Motors, that's your morning news from the state of Nevada.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93. Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.
Tell Shauna Wyatt sent you by.